Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time is you're watching this video. Thanks so much for clicking on my channel. So as titled, today's video, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to kind of do one side of my face full-blown like Instagram, YouTuber makeup. I know it sounds weird because technically I'm a YouTuber. But, you know, there's 18 of us here, so I'm not really a real YouTuber yet, so I can do that, right? I think so. Why not? And the other half, I'm kind of going to do what I normally do. I know some of you that watch my channel might be like, well, she doesn't look like the rest of these YouTubers or whatever that do tutorials. And that's honestly because I don't do this for a living. I have to go out and live my real life after I film. And I personally just don't feel comfortable on a daily basis wearing that much makeup. So I feel like all of you at home can kind of get the gist of what I'm doing without piling it on like I was about to be attending a wedding or in a wedding or something like that. You know what I mean? So what should we call this video? We'll do glam YouTube style, half face and half face normal. That's a really long title. We're gonna have to work on this title. Without further ado, let's go. Left side of my face, I'm going to do the full blown out version makeup. I guess what we'll call it like YouTuber style makeup. Influencer makeup. That's what we'll do it. Okay. All right. So left side, I'm going to do influencer makeup. Right side, I'm going to do normal person makeup. All right. So to start my influencer side, I'm going to go in with Laura Mercier's little primer. It's their foundation primer. And, oh gosh, this is kind of running. I'm going to put it just kind of here and on my forehead and around my nose. So the areas where the makeup fades the quickest. I'm not going to put it all over. All right. And I kind of did spread to the rest, but I focused the majority of it right here and on my forehead. Okay. Done. And on my right side, in case you all haven't noticed, I usually don't prime my skin. I just leave it as is. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it as is. However, what I do a lot of the time is, I'm a child. I said do. What I do a lot of the time is take like a refresher spray or something like that, especially if it's been over an hour since I prepped my skin. To kind of freshen it up before I apply the makeup. So I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier Flawless Finish mist, and I'm going to just kind of refreshen my skin. I moisturized everything a few hours ago, but I haven't put anything on my face yet. So I'm going to do that, right? Oh, this thing feels so amazing. And I'm just going to... Now I'm going to go in with a layer of foundation. Born This Way foundation. This color is Warm Nude. It fits me pretty well. I've used it quite a bit, but it's been a little bit. And I'm just going to dot it on. So again, starting with my influencer side, I'm going to go in with just my large Morphe makeup brush, and I'm going to push that into my skin. Try not to ruin my earring. All right, and this is almost going to be the same for a quick mini hair. So the only difference I'm doing on this side is I'm not going to use as much product because I feel like when it's not a special occasion, I just don't use as much product. So. So on my non-influencer side, the only difference is I did a little less patting, a little more swiping to create a lighter layer of foundation versus it being heavier, because that's what I normally do. I do a combo of swipe and pat with less product. And I usually don't put any product on my forehead. I use leftover product to fill my forehead space. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell a big difference already. I can, that's just because it's me personally. I can tell that this side is much more full coverage than this side. All right, so anyway, that is done. What else would an influencer do? Let's do concealer. I'm gonna use my Tarte Shape Tape. You know, I love this stuff. On my influencer side, I'm gonna put it on like an influencer. Not to say they all do this, but this is what they were all doing for a long time. Oh my God, I'm like literally scared. And then I know they'd bring it down their nose. Okay, and then on my non-influencer side, I'm just gonna do what I would normally do, which is just kind of pat it on without using too much product, and then just making sure to get the inner, or where my darkness is basically. My influencer side first, and trying really hard just to pat this in and not swipe. And I've seen them do this, so I'm gonna do it too, because this is what I would naturally do anyway as well if I was doing a heavy makeup day, is I'm just gonna prime my lids while I'm at it. Because trust me, there is more than enough product to do that. And again, I'm being very careful to push the product in so that way I get as much coverage as possible. Now on my non-influencer side, I'm just gonna basically do the same. This I do because I'm big about concealing my dark circles. I usually do try to pat and leave it in place. And I do always prep my lid with it anyway. But you guys know normally I do my eyes first. But we're not worrying about the eyes today. We're focusing on the face makeup. And I am gonna do some eye makeup. I'm gonna actually finish a look for you guys. But the influencer, you know, the main point of this video is to do the face makeup like an influencer versus a normal person and see the big difference. Done. Yeah, there's a huge difference between this side and this side. Not gonna lie, I kind of like this side better. But it still feel like I would feel like it's too heavy for a normal day. You know what I mean? Just because I love the way it looks doesn't mean it's not heavy. All right. So that is done. And so now I'm going to cream contour. I'm gonna use my Kiko Millan sculpting stick. I'm gonna just go right here. Ooh, yeah. Little swirly here, line here, little dot there, little side of the nose here. I'm gonna have to fix that. And then the jawline. Okay. Not gonna lie, sometimes I contour this way anyway, but not all the time, not typically. All right, so that is done. And then I'm gonna put some highlight down, some cream highlight down on the influencer side and also on my normal everyday side because I do typically highlight my under eyes anyway. For a cream highlight, I'm going to use my Age Rewind in Neutralizer because it's lighter than that concealer. And again, I'm just not going to even be shy about this. I'm going to highlight this ish. Said I wasn't going to be shy about it, but I kind of was. Let me try that again. Highlight there. Hello. Highlight there. Oh. I almost ate that. That's ridiculous. All right, and I'm going to do like the center of my forehead anyway, but I leaned it more to the left side. Okay. And now with the leftover that's still on the sponge, I'm going to go ahead and do my highlight on my normal side. Okay. There we go. I'm going to take a smaller foundation brush and I'm going to first work out the contour and then work in the highlight. So taking this brush here, I'm going to go ahead and push my contour in. And then work in that jawline. Did I just go blurry, guys? Did I do that? I'm gonna drag this down a little bit. I think I might be, oh, it's blurry, hang on. All right, there you go. Sorry guys about the blurriness. So I think I might be too light for this contour stick. So whatever, we're gonna work with this anyway. Oh, my quinoa's done. I'm cooking right now, guys. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to meal prep because I'm on a mission to lose all this crazy weight I gained at the end of last year. All right. I should probably go stop that, huh? We'll continue without the beeping. All right. Now, I'm going to push in that highlight. With the contour brush, I'm going to make sure that the contour darkness is still where I want it to be. That highlight didn't make that all go away. All right, and now for my normal, everyday, normal person side, I'm just gonna pat in that highlight. And with the excess, I'm gonna make sure that it goes on those edges of my nose and on my smile lines. But I'm not actually putting any product there. I'm just kind of using the leftover. Now, I'm gonna add the powders to my face. Are we ready for this? Side, I'm gonna take this, it's What is this one? NYX, from NYX. So it's just their single. I'm gonna take a little contour brush. I'm gonna just pop that on there. Then I'm gonna put it on. Yes. I'm gonna make sure to hit all the points that I did with the cream. Back with the same brushes I did the cream with. Blending brush that I used, I'm just gonna swirl and get that contour in where I want it to be. And now, on this side, I am gonna go in with that same contour shade and do my nose, because I normally do contour my nose with a powder. So on my normal side, I'm just using the powder contour. So I'm setting it with that bigger brush. Going in with a small shadow brush, I'm just blending that out. Or softening it, it's not gonna fully blend it. And then I'm gonna use my finger to tap it in. Normal side, what I always do is after I add that contour is I go in with my foundation brush that has a highlight and all sorts of things on there. And then I just pat it in. To make it almost seamless, but it still, in my opinion, does the job. Okay. So now I'm gonna do something that I never do on myself, which is bake. The reason I don't do it on myself is because I have extremely dry skin, and no matter how many times and methods I've tried, it just doesn't work out well for me. But I'm gonna do it just so I can kind of fully go like influencer style on your butts. That's right. For the baking, I'm using my RCMA original no color powder, and I'm just gonna, you've seen all this before. I'm just gonna put it underneath my eyes. I know you guys can't really tell on camera, but it's a lot. Put it on the side of my nose. There. It was a lot, but I realized that a lot for me and a lot for everyone else on earth is probably different. So define that line. A lot of powder on my face, guys. A lot. All right, so I'm gonna let that set in as I do other things on my face, like my eyes and whatnot. But on this side, obviously I'm not done yet, so I'm gonna finish my normal side as well. So to finish my normal side, what would I do next? I would add a little bit of contour, but only the powder contour to right here. And very, very light-handedly. Like that. I usually don't do my jawline, I do my forehead. In case you guys are wondering, I didn't even pick up more product. I'm just using what was on the brush already. Okay. And so now going back in with that same contour brush, or it's actually foundation brush, but I use it as my contour patting in brush. there is that. Now I'm taking that blush brush and I'm just kind of spreading that out a little more. And then I'm gonna take some bronzer. I do, instead of contouring all the way all the time, or like on a regular basis, we'll just say, is I just bronze. So I'm taking my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer that's completely shattered. But it still smells delicious. And I'm putting that above the very light contour I did. And I'm kind of just putting it all over because I'm much more of a bronzer girl than a blush girl. And I'm just gonna go all over where I did contour on the other side, basically. That. Okay. Got a little color back on my face. And taking the same brush that I used to bronze, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of blush. Starting back here, and then just moving it forward. That's it, guys. This side, when it comes to face makeup, is done. Hang on, I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Well, highlighter, like, you know, actual highlighter, not just like highlighting the high points of my face. I'm obviously going to put highlighter on, so I guess I'll do that now. Has this been baking long enough? For me, literally 5 seconds is long enough. But I think I have had it on about 2-3 minutes. I know a lot of people would bake longer. I'm going to call it a day for baking, and I'm going to swipe this off of my face. Just using a clean brush. I'm going to start with my forehead. Then I'm going to go to my eyes and swipe that off. Oh, this brush is so soft. I forgot about it. Oof. I went blurry. Am I back to normal? I can't even tell. Am I blurry? Am I not? Do I just have so much makeup on my face I don't look normal? And what I am going to do with this crazy line that just, you guys see that? Is I'm going to try to just spread it because I would never leave a client like that, even if I was going dramatic. And then what I'm going to do is, assuming that there's still powder on here, there's not a lot of powder, I'm sure, but there's probably like a little residue of powders, I'm just going to lightly soften this whole side. So like I said, I'm not trying to look crazy or say that the influencers like wear too much makeup. I'm just saying for like an everyday human being, I know, I believe it's not logical to wear that much makeup and to go through all those steps. However, for special occasions, I am all about it. Or like a date night where you just feel like getting extra glam. Yeah, why not? Okay. It's been a long time since I put this much makeup on. Not gonna lie, I actually really love it. I love all the lines and definition and whatever. All right, so now that that is done, I'm gonna take this, because I'm sure it still has blush and I'm sure it still has bronzer, like I said, the residues, and just make sure that I didn't wash myself out too much. And then also kind of try to get rid of this crazy line because I may have done that too harsh. Again, I know there's plenty of people that like it that way, that obviously chisel it out because they want it that way. I just can't. I can't. So I soften everything. Okay. Done. And I didn't put any blush on yet on this side because, yeah, I'm going to do the blush now. Using the same blusher on that I used here, I'm going to put it over here. So now I'm blushed out. Using my new fave, Fuego from Dose of Colors. Take this little highlighting brush. There's a weird hair on there. I just washed all these too. What is happening? It's not like picking it up at all, is it? I mean, is it weird that I feel like there's too much powder on my face that it's not picking up the highlight? Is that like the weirdest thing in the world? All right, let me try that again. All right, you can see it. That's kind of hilarious in my mind right now. So that highlight is there. I'm gonna do the same to this side. So I learned something right now. It picks up so much more when there's less layers on your skin. Like so much more. It's crazy. Anyway, and you guys know what I'm gonna do on this side. I'm gonna tap it in. And again, assuming there's still some on this brush, I'm gonna highlight right there. And then influencer style, I'm gonna just take my finger here. I'm gonna do my nose. You guys be honest. Tell me if it just looks like I have grease on my nose right now. I'm so not used to this. I never do that. I don't do it for a good reason. You guys saw how that looked, okay? I'm just gonna tap that in. I can't. All right, and now I have to contour the bottom of my nose again because that just doesn't look good on me. It's a really subtle difference, and maybe I'm crazy, maybe you can't see it at all, but I can tell that it's there. Okay. So, for my makeup, that's it, guys. Influencer side, normal side, influencer side, normal side. I'm gonna go zoom in myself in here. So this is influencer side right here. This is normal side right there. And I'm gonna zoom out again. Influencer side, normal side. Give me your thoughts. Tell me what you think. To really get the full picture, I feel like I have to have my eyes and stuff done. So I'm gonna do a little eye makeup for you. Nothing. Be right back. All right, guys. So this is the final look. Again, on my left side, I have the do it like an influencer, I guess. Right side, I have the do it like a normal person look. So I wasn't gonna do the eyes I was not trying to include the eyes in this, but when I was doing them, I thought, well, why not? It'd be kind of fun. So sorry I didn't videotape it for you guys, or I didn't record it for you guys, but basically I'll tell you what the difference is in case you couldn't tell. So on my normal side, I basically did everything the same except for there's no inner corner highlight and there's no false lashes. That's it. And then, one second. Okay, so on my left side, it's my do it like an influencer side. And on my right side is do it like a normal person side. And so I wasn't originally going to include the eyes in this, but I decided why the heck, why not? So on my right side, it's almost the same as on my left, almost. I don't have an inner corner highlight. I do not have false lashes on. That's basically the only difference when it comes to the eyes. So on this side, obviously, you can see the false lashes and you can see a little inner corner highlight. So last thing that I'm going to do to both sides, because I do this pretty regularly anyway, is put a little bit of setting spray. So I can do that. Basically, when an influencer is doing all these steps, more or less, this is kind of what they end up with. And it looks super, super beautiful and like flawless. It really does. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I do like this side a little bit better than this side. Like, my dark circles are covered better. My eyes look bigger. I even did the lips, by the way. I overlined this side a little bit more. I didn't do that on this side. So it makes everything on this side kind of a little bit more like, bam, here I am, you know, like my jaw looks more chiseled, my cheekbones look higher, my eyes look bigger, my lips look bigger, my nose hopefully looks a little thinner. This is all the, you know, all the fun stuff that as a makeup artist, when I work, I love doing and creating kind of this thing. But let's be real, we're not all gonna do that every day. I know I don't. So this is a lot more accomplishable. This is a lot more typical and normal. And I think it still looks good. You still look put together. You just don't look like someone on YouTube or Instagram or, you know, whatever. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I actually had a lot of fun doing it. I had been wanting to do it for a while, but I knew I had to find the right time to do it where I didn't really have to go anywhere afterward if I didn't have to. And we're actually doing date night tonight, but for funsie, I think I'm just gonna leave it just like this. And I don't care. I'm really not that worried about it. I couldn't go to work like this, obviously, but I can go on a date night like this. It might be fun. So yeah, I'll snap some pictures side by side. If you guys don't follow me on other social media, I do have an Instagram. It's Emz's Makeup, and it's literally just EMZS_makeup. For Instagram. I don't Twitter. I'm not that important. I don't really have that much interesting shit to say. That's just me being honest. I don't. And I don't have time. I don't have time. That's the big one too. On that note, I hope you're all having a wonderful new year. This week in LA is the Women's March. I will be there on Saturday if any of my LA girls are going to be there. I'll see you there, and I'm super excited for this 2018 year. Bye guys, and thanks for watching.